Dear students, welcome back to class. We are continuing learning about keyboard orientation, and I want to review page 12, so please have the book open to page 12. When you look at this chart, this kind of sign, it's called treble clef. Treble clef, just read the information here, is used for musical notation of the higher pitches, started from middle C and going up. Remember, up is to the right, where the pitches become higher. Okay? Now, when you look at page 13, we start introducing the rhythm. Okay? So music has the beat and pace and speed, all of these associations with music. So when you see on the page black notes, each black note takes just one count, okay? And the black note always has a musical stem, okay? So you have a note, the head of the note, and the stem. So black note is one beat and it's called a quarter note, okay? Then a half note is twice as long, so that's why it looks like a white note, empty note, white, and a musical stem again. And you counted two beats, 1, 2. Okay, so you have two quarter notes within one half note. Okay, so now let's count this rhythm here. As you see, I wrote the counting in. Okay, I'm going to get up. 1, 2, 3, 4. This is the bar that makes the musical notation easier. We can easily count how many beats are within each measure. So measure or bar, and these are bar lines. So we have 4 counts here, 4 notes, 1 beat each, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, and you hold this note for 2 beats, 3, 4. Start over, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, so I'll play this rhythm for you on a random note, supposedly in C position. The thumb is on C, index finger is on D, third finger is on E, fourth finger is on F, and the pinky is on G. I'm going to use the second finger on D. Okay, so please clap as I play and count out loud. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, now let's clap together. Look in the music and count. Give 1 beat to black notes, give 2 beats to white notes. And when you have 2 beats, just hold the fist tight for 2 beats. Okay, so it's going to look like this. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay. Now let's play Ode to Joy. That's your song at the bottom of page 13. So put your right hand in middle C position, thumb on C, second finger on D, third finger on E, fourth finger on F, and the fifth finger on G. Okay, you have the note names, the letter names inside each note, and you also have the numbers. These are finger numbers. Okay, so let's play and name the notes. Okay, as you name the notes, you have to figure out whether you go higher or lower within the same position. E, E, F, G, G, F, E, D, C, C, D, E, E, D, half note, D, 2 beats. Go on. E, E, F, G, G, F, E, D, C, C, D, E, D, C, C. Half note takes 2 beats. Okay, now let's clap the rhythm. Just look at the music and clap every black note and hold for 2 beats the white notes, half notes. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, half notes, 3, 4. Very good. Let's play one more time. This time, name the finger numbers. Okay, the finger numbers are written above the notes, on top of the notes. Okay, you start with fingers 3 on E. 3, 3, 4, 5, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 1, 2, 3, 3, 2, 2, hold. 3, 3, 4, 5, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 1, 2, 3, 2, 1, 1, hold. So you just name the finger numbers as you played. Okay? Now let's move on to page 14. Please practice drawing the treble clef. So you have several attempts here. So just learn how to draw the treble clef. Also, draw treble clefs here and remember the space between vertical lines is called a measure or a bar, and the vertical lines are bar lines. Okay, so on musical stuff, we have 5 lines. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We always count from the bottom. We count the lines from the bottom. You have to remember this. And we have 4 spaces between the lines. We count the spaces from the bottom. 1, 2, 3, 4. So we have 5 lines. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 4 spaces. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, now when you look at the bottom of page 14, you have exercise number 4. Write the names of the notes in each box. Okay, I'm not going to give you the names of the notes because you know where to look for them. You can look right here in the chart, and as you do your assignment here, just remember where each of these notes is positioned on the musical stuff. Some of the notes are written on the lines like C, E, G. C is on additional line. This additional line is called a ledger line. But some of the notes are in the spaces like D, see, in between lines, and F. Okay, so just focus on this and do the assignment on page 14. Look at page 15. You have more practicing, noticing which notes are on the lines and which notes are in the spaces. So exercise number 5 is all about notes on the lines, and they tell you up front that C, E, G in your C position. See, now you're dealing with 5 notes only, but you have to memorize them. C, E, G are on the lines, and then D, F are in the spaces. So write the names of the notes for exercise number 5, and then complete exercise number 6 for notes in the spaces. Now, exercise number 7 is slightly more difficult. They want to see if you understand the difference between the notes on the lines and the notes in the spaces. So this will be one of your assignments to submit for me. So you can copy and scan this page and email it to me. No, you're not going to email anything. You're going to submit everything through Blackboard. I'm so sorry. So you will have the window in Blackboard to submit your assignments, and then I'll grade them. Now we're going to move on to page 16. I know the pace is quite quick, but we'll try to keep up. You have a whole week to review this and study. Now we are going to move on to study the left hand. Same position, C, but this time it will be below middle C. You will have to find the lower C and place your finger number 5 on the lower C. Then next to it, finger number 4 on D, number 3 on E, number 2 on F, and number 1 on G. Okay, for the left hand we use a different clef. It's called a bass clef. So read the information on the left and look, see middle C. You have to find the C, lower the middle C, and put finger number 5, 4, 3, 2, 1 of the left hand. Okay, and when you look at the notes in the bass clef look absolutely different from the notes on the treble clef. But since we are only learning 5 notes for the right hand and 5 notes for the left hand, and we are going to stick with the same 10 notes for several weeks, I guess you can process this information, so just don't get discouraged, okay? You will be able to learn it, especially, see in the beginning, they write the names of the notes inside the notes. Okay, so just visually memorize it. Okay, so look for your middle C, find a C lower than that, and put the 5th finger of the left hand on a C, and then D is 4, E is 3, F is 2, G is 1. Okay, let's play the left hand warm-up exercise and name the notes. G, F, E, D, C. Let's name the fingers. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Let's play the second line and name the notes. C, D, E, F, G. Now let's name the finger numbers. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Let's play the bottom line and name only the notes. G, F, E, D, C, C, D, E, F, G. Now let's play the bottom line again and name only the finger numbers. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. So practice this exercise several times, naming the notes and naming the finger numbers. Okay, we are on page 17, and this is again the rhythmic exercise. You already know from page 13 the quarter note. It's a black note with a music stem. A half note is twice as long as a quarter note and it has 2 beats. It looks like a white note with a music stem. Now, new note. These are note values, okay? Page 17. You have a whole note. See, it's a completely white note with no music stem. And this note has 4 beats. 1, 2, 3, 4. So whenever you encounter such a long note, for example, in this exercise, you have to hold the finger on the piano for 4 beats. Okay? Now, please clap with me and count. I wrote the counting in. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, half note. 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4, hold, whole note. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, now let's play this exercise with the left hand. Place left hand in your C position. So 5th finger is again on a C below middle C. Okay, let's use the 2nd finger and your note will be F, C, D, E, F. Second finger on F. So let's play the same rhythmical exercise and count. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2. Hold. 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. And that's it. Okay. Now let's play orally. That's the song at the bottom of page 17. So read the directions, clap the rhythm, counting out loud. Okay, so just use your clapping hands. Okay, and observe when you have a black note, you just give it one count. When you have a half note, give it 2 beats. Count 3, 4, or 1, 2, whenever the note is in a bar. Okay, we count from 1 to 4, then we start the counting all over. When you see a whole note, give it 4 beats. Okay, so orally, we start counting from count number 1. Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. Hold. 1, 2, 3, 4. See, every time you have a longer note, like a half note, 2 beats. You don't clap it twice, you just clap once and hold it. When you have a whole note, 4 beats, you clap it once and then hold it for 4 beats. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay. Play. This is number 2. Instructions for orally. Play and sing or say the finger numbers. So left hand, you're in C position, C, D, E, F, G. Okay, you start 5th finger on C. Okay, so finger numbers. 5, 2, 3, 2, 1, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 3, 2, hold, hold, hold. 5, 2, 3, 2, 1, 4, 1, hold. 2, 3, 4, 3, 2, hold, hold, hold. Okay? So play and say finger numbers several times until you're confident that all of the finger numbers are written below the notes. Okay? Now, direction number 3 for orally, play and count. Okay, this is a little bit too difficult. Okay, if you are advanced or if you have some background in playing and counting, you could probably do it. But I would suggest that you play, like look at the suggestion number 4, play and say the name of the notes. Okay, I think this is a little bit easier. So let's say the names of the notes, and you see the names of the notes inside each note. So same C position. Okay. C, F, E, F, G, D, G, hold. F, E, D, E, F, hold, hold, hold. C, F, E, F, G, D, G, hold. F, E, D, E, F, hold, hold, hold. Okay, now this is optional for this week. We can play and count the beats. Okay, so this is just for your information. This rhythm here in the middle of page 17, this is the rhythm for orally. Okay, you have 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, and then you repeat it again because the top and the bottom lines of the orally are exactly the same. Okay, let's play and count the beats, not finger numbers. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. That's it. If this is too confusing or too difficult, don't play and count for now. You will have to learn how to play and count, but I just want to give you a couple of weeks to learn finger numbers on both hands, to learn the position for the right hand and for the left hand, so that your ear understands and feels the sound, okay? And so that you learn the names of the notes, where the notes are on the keyboard, and finger numbers. Counting the rhythms is one thing, but counting when you play is difficult. All right, let's move on to page 18. So this is the writing homework assignment for you about the bass clef. Now look at the position of the bass clef on a 5-line staff. So you start this beautiful black dot on the 4th line. Remember, we count the lines from the bottom. 1, 2, 3, 4. So this is the line for the F note. That's why we call the bass clef F clef. Okay, so draw several of these bass clefs, and you see these 2 dots above and below the 4th line. They also symbolize the most important note of the bass clef, which is F. Okay, so look here on the chart. See the note on the 4th line? 1, 2, 3, 4. That's F. See where the bass clef? There we go. It's an F bass clef. All right, so on page 18, please do exercises, written exercises number 1, 2, and 4, when you have to name the notes at the bottom of the page. And do page 19. You will have to submit page 19 through Blackboard. So for the bass clef, notice which notes out of C, D, E, F, G are in the spaces, and they pretty much gave the notes to you. C, E, G in bass clef are located in the spaces. So just identify all of the notes, please. And then exercise number 6, page 19, notes on the lines. In bass clef, you have D and F on the lines. So just identify them. Remember, F is on the 4th line. D, therefore, is on the 3rd line. So identify the notes in exercise number 6. Then exercise number 7, slightly more difficult, yeah, because now you have to figure out which notes are on the lines and which notes are in the spaces. If you ever get confused, go back to page 18, look at this chart. You have C, D, E, F, G. Just figure out in which space is C, which space is E, which space is G, and on which line you have a D, 3rd line, and on which line you have F, on 4th line. So just use the roadmap, so to speak, for the C position in bass clef, and then do the exercise number 8. Okay, so do the whole page 19 and practice writing treble clef and identify the notes on page 18. Well, I hope this was an interesting assignment and an interesting lesson for you. If you need to review this video several times, you're welcome to. Or you can stop the video and practice with me. Stop and practice, then review and again practice until everything makes sense. If some things don't make sense, I understand that we are learning online. You can just send me an email. Or if you are really confused, ask me to arrange a Zoom meeting for you. Okay, I don't mind doing it. In that case, you have to place your computer close to your keyboard so that I will tell you what to do on the keyboard. Okay, I can't explain how to play a piano through email. I have to tell you where to put your hands on your keyboard. Okay, so this is just in case if you need. If you don't need, if you understand everything, so just go on with it. All right, thank you very much. So enjoy practicing your week 1 assignments. Thank you. Bye-bye.